Apple makes good products. They are not the best, but all are at least acceptable. Except for one, the iPad. I hate iPads, and I'm not the only one. Apple wants the iPad to be a laptop replacement. They don't say it, but it's obvious. However, the iPad is not used to be a laptop replacement. And don't get me wrong, for handwritten notes, drawing, or watching YouTube, the iPad is great, but not as a laptop replacement. So here's why. Value for money. A 13-inch iPad Air with 1TB storage without cellular and a magic keyboard costs $1,648, while a MacBook Air with the same specs costs $1,599. File management. The macOS Finder is bad, but the Files app on the iPad is worse. Everything is too big, it doesn't show the path, there's no open with option, and the list goes on. Apps. I had planned to make this video on the iPad, but I couldn't. The main reason for this is that I can't use my apps. For example, DaVinci Resolve. And I know, there's a DaVinci Resolve app for the iPad, but it's less powerful and you can't use it in full screen on external monitors. Or there's no VS Code, no Xcode, no Android Studio, no JetBrains IDE. And these are only a few examples that don't run on iPad OS. And I'm sure that Apple could make that you can use Mac apps on the iPad. My iPad has the same M1 processor as my Mac, window management. Till iPad OS 15, if you connect an iPad to an external monitor, the screen was mirrored to the external monitor and there was no way around it. Now at least the iPads with an M processor can use external monitors in full screen. But only that the iPad can do it doesn't mean that the app can do it. For example, DaVinci Resolve. A pro video editing software is displayed in 4:3 and you can have the apps only in full screen or in Stage Manager. Both are bad options. Why don't Apple let us use the normal mode like in macOS, terminal and programming languages? A subscriber of this channel wanted to buy an iPad and the only reason why he hadn't is that iPads have no terminal and you can't use programming languages on it. And how cool would it be if you sit with your fancy iPad Magic Keyboard combination in a Starbucks and code the new Amazon? The home screen. I've only one thing about the home screen. I can't put files and folders on it. That's all I want. Customization. You can't customize the system by apps for the no existing menu bar, live wallpapers or modifying the OS. Virtual machines. For a few months now, you can theoretically use VMs on the iPad with UTM-SE, but because of some regulations, it's so slow that it's unusable. Tabs. The only apps that use tabs on the iPad are browsers. The only way to use several instances of the same app are multiple app windows, but that isn't handy. Feeling. I don't know why, but working with the iPad doesn't feel that professional. It feels slow, even with an M1 processor. I don't know. Ports. The iPad has only one USB port, so if you like to charge your iPad and move some files to an external drive in the worst file explorer ever, you need a dock or a hub. Size. The iPad Pro and Air have a maximum size of 13 inches, but which Pro laptop is only 13 inches big? So how about a 15-inch iPad? Storage and RAM. The iPad has up to 2TB of storage and 16GB of RAM. That's fine for daily tasks like web browsing or watching YouTube, but for more professional tasks you need at least 32 if not 46 gigs of RAM or 4 to 8TB of internal storage. So that's why I don't really like the iPad. I hope you know now why you probably shouldn't buy an iPad. See you in the next video.